have lesson 8, and that is about ordinary annuities. So before we formally start the computation for the problems under ordinary annuities, let us first define what annuity is and what is an ordinary annuity, and what's the difference between annuity and compound interest or the interest itself. So for annuity by the book is defined as a sequence of equal payments made at an equal or fixed intervals or periods of time. So parang it's either yung investor yung nagbabayad, or yung tawag nito, yung isang tao yung nagbabayad sa isang company na equal yung payments niya, na for example, for 3 years kailangan niyang magbayad ng 3,000 kada buwan, ganon. Or kaya naman ay yung company na pinag-investan niya, babayaran siya for 5 years for 3,000 pesos every month. So, something like that. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng annuity. That's how annuity works. So, the time between payments is called the payment period. And annuity is also the money that may come from an investment and is paid regularly for a fixed period of time. Ano talaga? So, yung annuity, para siyang investment na, kumbaga yun yung pinaka local na, or hindi local pala, common example for annuity. Yung mga investment na life investment or insurances, 'di ba? Sa insurance, magbabayad ka ng same amount for how many years, na per month yun yung babayaran mo. Tapos pag nakuha mo na yung or kaya naman pag natapos mo na yung payment na yon, meron kang ng insurance from them, na for example, kung health insurance yung kinuha mo, just in case ma-hospital ka, meron kang fund sa kanila. So, parang ganon yung concept ng annuity, ganon. Na for a certain period of time, magbabayad ka ng equal payments per month. So, yun yung annuity. O kaya naman, yung annuity din ay parang sa mga alam niyo yung kung familiar kayo with, home credit. 'Di ba? Sa home credit, pagka nangungutang ka sa kanila, halimbawa, cellphone, 'di ba? So, yung sa cellphone, equal yung payments mo per month. Na for a certain year, about 2 years to pay yon, yung nilagay mo sa home credit, magbabayad ka ng about 2,000 kada buwan hanggang matapos mo yung 2 years. So, ganun tumatakbo yung annuity. Nagbabayad ka ng equal payments per month. And then, annuity comes from the Latin word annus, hindi yan puwet, pero ang ibig sabihin yan ay year. So, Latin word siya na ang ibig sabihin ay year. An equal payment is paid on yearly basis. However, other terms like semi-annually, quarterly, and monthly are also possible for annuity. Kasi sa annuity, there are a lot of kinds, types, classifications ng annuity. Pero, we will focus on ordinary annuities. Iiwan na lang natin yung other kinds ng annuities sa ABM students. Malamang ma-encounter nyo yan sa college kung mag-accountancy kayo or anything related sa business, ay may encounter nyo yung annuity. Pero, since this is in general math, ay yung annuity po, ang i-discuss lang natin is yung ordinary annuity. Na ang ibig sabihin ng ordinary annuity is a series of equal payments made at the end of each period over a fixed amount of time. And also, the payment comes at the end of the covered term. An example is, a payment for the installment loan on January 1 is actually paying for February 1. And when an amount is paid on February 1, it is actually for the month of January. So, parang ang ordinary annuity ay ang binabayaran mo is yung na-consume mo nung previous month. So, for example, ay bibili kayo ng sasakyan. So, di ba, halimbawa, April kayo nagpunta dun sa car shop, tapos inayos nyo yung papers and so on. Yung paunang payment syempre may down payment ka. Aside dun sa down payment, yung unang payment talaga niya for the loan dun sa car is yung a month after nung nakuha mo yung sasakyan. O kaya naman kagaya nung binigay kong example kanina, yung about sa home credit. 'Di ba sa home credit, wala kang babayaran initially, pero yung bayad mo na nun ay sa susunod na buwan. Na for example, September ka kumuha ng phone, yung unang payment mo for the loan na kinuha mo sa home credit will be on October na. So, ganun yung ordinary annuity. O kaya naman sa mga sa internet, 'di ba? Sa internet, mag-a-apply ka sa kanila ngayon, pero yung bayad mo, halimbawa ngayong buwan na to, ano ba ngayon? October. So, hindi pala, November nyo na pala ito mapapanood. So, sige, kunwari na lang November. So, halimbawa, nagkuha kayo ng internet plan ng November, ang unang bayad nyo na sa kanila ay December. So, ganun yung parang process ng ordinary annuities. So, yung nakukonsume mo sa previous months, babayaran mo siya at the end of the month na. Yun nga, syempre, minsan, pagka nagka-calendar ka, pumapatak na siya sa susunod na buwan. So, parang, basta, ganun yung concept ng ordinary annuity na i-consume mo muna yung binili mo bago ka magbabayad. So, parang yung binayad mo ay para doon sa na-consume mo previously. Parang ganun yung ordinary annuities. Ngayon, ano yung pinagkaiba ng ordinary annuity sa compound interest? Sa compound interest kasi, isang beses ka lang maglalagay ng pera sa isang investment, tapos nag-accumulate na lang siya ng interest. Wherein, sa ordinary annuity, buwan-buwan kang naglalagay ng pera, tapos saka siya nag-accumulate ng interest. For example, yung dun nga sa insurances na sinasabi ko sa inyo, health insurance, 'di ba? Sa health insurance, para lumago yung pera mo at the end of the payment mo, kailangan maglalagay ka ng equal payments for halimbawa sabihin natin 5 years yung contract mo. So 5 years kang maglalagay ng pera para lumaki yung pera. So, ganun yung sa ordinary annuity. Hindi siya one-time payment na unlike dun nga sa interest, sa compound, 'di ba? Sa compound interest, sa simple interest, ang ginagawa lang natin, isang beses ka lang maglalagay ng pera dun sa account. Tapos paglagay mo dun sa account, kusa na siyang nag-accumulate ng interest. Pwede mo siyang lagyan pa din, pero hindi siya required. Hindi ka required na every month may nilalagay ka. Depende na lang yun sa'yo kung gusto mo siyang lagyan. Pero yun nga, ganun yung concept ng interest. Pero sa annuity kasi, required ka na magbigay ng pera monthly para lumago yung pera. Kasi pagka hindi, di ba minsan sa mga insurances, mataterminate yung account mo pag hindi mo siya nalalagyan regularly. So, ganun sa ordinary annuity. Required kang maglagay ng amount every month para makapag-accumulate ka ng interest. The formulas that we're going to use under this lesson is, first, F is equal to R multiplied by the quantity of 1 plus R over M raised to T times M minus 1 all over R over M, wherein F stands for the future amount, R is our periodic payment, R is just a variable that we're going to use that represents periodic payment, pero there are times na R is not the variable that is being used in the given equation because of the reasons that, halimbawa, different yung book or different yung ginagamit nilang annotation. So it's fine as long as R or any variable here represents the periodic payment. And then we have 1 plus R over M, wherein R is the rate and then M is the compounding period per year. Compounding period per year is already discussed in our previous lesson, which is yung sa tawag nito, compound interest. So, this is just the same with that one. And then, T stands for the time. So, this formula will be used if you're looking for the future amount. And then, what if you're looking for the principal amount? This will be the formula for the principal amount. P is equal to R multiplied by the quantity of 1 minus the quantity of 1 plus R over M raised to negative T times M all over R over M, wherein P stands for the principal amount, R still the periodic payment, R still rate, M is the compounding period per year, and then T is the time. Ngayon, if you'll check other books or books for business math, there are times na R over M is just written as 1, same with T and M. Okay lang yun, wala namang problema. The answer will still be the same. So, either kung anong gusto nyo gamitin, kung saan kayo comfortable, okay lang as long as it's mathematically correct, mathematically acceptable, and we will still come up with the same correct final answer. And then, same with periodic payment, kagaya nung kanina sa future amount, there are other books na ibang letter or variable yung ginagamit na denotation for periodic payment. Okay lang siya, basta ganito yung format niya, or yun nga. Kasi there are a lot of formulas available in the internet, in other books. So, kahit ano yung gamitin nyo, wala namang problema. Basta, you just have to make sure na it is under annuity or ordinary annuity. It is under ordinary annuity, and yun yung ginagamit na formula for principal amount and for future amount. Pero kung hindi kayo sabihin na natin, nahirapan kayong mag-analyze with different formulas, edi we shall stick with the given formulas in your module, which is ito ngang dalawa, para hindi kayo malito. Okay po? Pero kung if you want to use other formulas, okay lang naman. Basta may reference, material, and yung formula na yon will be for ordinary annuities. Kasi just like what I've said, ordinary annuities, or annuities itself, ay may maraming different classifications and classification types and whatsoever. So, yung mga formulas na yan, not applicable for all. There are times na may mga differences between formulas even if nasa annuity, parahat sila ay under ng annuity. So, you have to be careful with that. Suppose Mrs. Reyes would like to save 3,000 every month in a fund that gives 9% compounded monthly. How much is the amount or future value of her savings after 6 months? Ngayon, how are you going to differentiate this problem with the problems under compound interest? Diba? Ang similarity nila is they have the term compounded for both problems under compound interest tsaka annuity. The only difference is that you have to parang look for the value na parang or statement na sinasabi dun sa problem na magbabayad siya every month ng ganitong amount consecutively. Na for example, for this problem, ayun na, 'di ba? Meron tayong phrase na 3,000 every month in a fund. So ibig sabihin si Mrs. Reyes daw ay maglalagay dun sa fund na yon ng 3,000 every month. So dahil dun sa phrase na yon, that makes this problem a problem under annuity and not compound interest. Kasi sa compound interest, isang bigayan lang yung amount ng money. Parang like, meron ka lang principal amount or future amount, then that's it. Wala kang or wala silang statement. Yung mga problems under compound interest doesn't contain statements such as this one. Na parang, yun nga, ine-explain dun sa statement na yun na may ilalagay kang pera for consecutive months or for consecutive years. So, yun yung pinagkaiba ng problem under annuities and compound interest. Yun nga lang, for every problem, it will be a bit different. yung parang the way they explain or the way they state the phrases or statements ay iba-iba. So, we just have to analyze kung yung ibig sabihin ba nitong statement na to ay every month siyang maghuhulog or like sunod-sunod ba yung paglalagay niya ng ganitong amount. So, if that's the case, then the problem is under annuity. Pero pag hindi ganun yung case, parang like one time lang siya maglalagay ng pera doon sa savings account or dun sa account na yon, edi ibig sabihin, compound interest lang siya. Okay? So, next, we proceed with the given find and solution. For the given values, we have 3,000 as the first value. So, dahil yung 3,000 yung ilalagay mong money every time or every month doon sa fund, that makes 3,000 the, ano yung R natin? Periodic payment. Bakit siya naging periodic payment? Kasi nga, yun yung amount ng money na ilalagay mo every month. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng periodic payment. That's the parang monthly pay or hindi pay. Kasi minsan naman nga, yun yung ilalagay mong amount. Basta yung nilalagay mong amount or yung binibigay na amount sa'yo, whatever the situation is. Basta ganon. Yun yung constant na value ng number na ilalagay mo dun sa account or nakalagay doon sa account. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng periodic payment. And then we have 9% because of the presence of the percent symbol, that becomes the rate. And then, just be mindful with the capital R and the small letter r. Yung small letter r is for rate and the capital letter R is for the periodic payment. And then, since we cannot compute using the percent symbol, we have to rewrite this one or we have to eliminate the percent symbol by moving 2 decimal places to the left. So, we will have yung 9% magiging 0.09 kasi this is a whole number and the decimal point is in the rightmost. So, all you have to do is move 2 decimal places, then may eliminate na natin yung percent symbol. And then next, we have the term monthly after the term compounded. Gaya ng sa compound interest, the term after the term compounded, yun yung nagsisignify for the compounding period per year, which is yung monthly. So, dahil monthly, the number equivalent to monthly is 12 for compounding period per year, which is denoted by small letter m. Next, how much is the amount or future value of her savings after 6 months? And then 6 months is our time. And then, since this is in months and your rate is in years, so meaning to say we have to rewrite 6 months into years. Ang gagawin nyo lang is you have to rewrite this in fraction wherein the numerator is the number of months, the given number of months, and the denominator is 12 since there are 12 months in a year. Or you can use it as 1/2 or 0.5. It's your choice kung, kung ang gagamitin nyo ay 0.5 or 1/2, the answer will still be the same naman. And then, wala na tayong given. As we proceed with the find. So, we're looking for the, ano yung question? You look at the question, how much is the amount or future value of her savings after 6 months? So, kung hindi naman nakalagay yung future value, pwedeng ang isipin nyo lang or i-analyze nyo na lang, ang tinatanong is magkano yung amount na ilalagay niya dun sa nakalagay dun sa savings niya after 6 months. So, pag ganun yung construction ng statement, ano yung pinahihiwatig nun? Is it the principal amount or is it the future amount? Diba? Future amount siya kasi nga after, because of the term after. After 6 months, pagkatapos daw ng 6 months, magkano yung nakalagay na pera dun sa savings account niya. So, dahil ganun yung kapag ka-construct ng statement niya, that makes it as a future amount or F lang talaga. Or F lang. Sige, F na nga lang. So, yun. We have to look for the future amount. Then, we proceed with the solution. Let's just recall the formula that we're going to use for the future amount. Pero kahit hindi nyo naman na ito isulat in the solution, okay lang. So, first, we have R. And then, the quantity of 1 plus R over M raised to M times T or T times M minus 1 all over R over M. And then, after writing down the formula, we can now substitute the given values for the given denotations, wherein R is 3,000 Tapos, the quantity of 1 plus, ano yung R natin? 0.09 all over M, which is 12. Tama ba ako? M is 12. Tama. M is 12. And then, you raise it with 12 times 6 over 12 or 0. Or 1 half or kaya naman ay 0.5. Tapos, minus 1 all over 0.09 all over 12. Ngayon, kung yung calculator nyo is a 4-liner calculator, kaya nyo tong i-type sa CalQ. Huwag lang kayong malilito. Pero kung malilito kayo ay step by step natin siya gagawin. Wherein, you simplify 0.09 over 12 first. And then, same with 12 raised to 12 times 0.5. Di pala raised to, I'm sorry. 12 times 0.5. Tapos, tsaka natin isi-simplify yung 1 plus, tsaka nyo siya i-erase, tsaka natin ima-minus 1, tsaka tayo mag-divide. I'll just show you. So, let's try first yung, tawag nito, yung whole direct calculation na as in lahat to itatype natin sa CalQ. Again, you can type this one in your calculator if your calculator is a 4-liner calculator or you're using an application na calculator or calculator application pala. So, yun. Kaya tong i-type. Pero pagka hindi ganun yung calculator nyo, I don't suggest na you directly compute for it kasi malilito kayo. Lalo na pagka 2-liner yung calculator. Medyo madami-dami yung parenthesis na ilalagay. So, baka magkalituhan lang. So, wag na lang. Directly solving this in your calculator. So, we press 3,000 and then open parenthesis. Tapos, fraction, tapos open parenthesis ulit. You just write it in your calculator the way we write it on the board. So, we have 1 plus, ano yan? Fraction ulit, 0.09 over 12. Tapos, close, tas raise to. And then, we have 12 times 0.5, close. Tas, baba nyo lang yung cursor or you just move your cursor to the right, tas minus 1. And then, baba, para sa denominator, we have 0.09 over 12. Tapos, close parenthesis, and then equal sign. So, the final answer is 18,300. 18,340.2 decimal places, 0.89. So, ganyan lang po yung gagawin ninyo. Yung dun sa module, ang ginawa dun is yung step-by-step solution ay hindi naman pala step-by-step. Like a manual computation, paano kinukuha yung annuity. So, okay lang din naman yun kasi matrabaho kasi diba ang daming values na kinukuha. And per magbabayad, per term, kinukuhanan mo siya ng compounding interest. So, ganun yung annuity. Pero dahil nga may direct formula na tayo to get the future amount, let's just use this one instead of the manual computation. Okay? And then, if you want the step-by-step solution, so this is how are you going to do it. So, we first simplify. You copy 3,000. Tapos, you simplify 0.09 over 12 in your calculator. So, in your calculator, we have 0.09 divided by 12. The answer is 7.5 times 10 raised to negative 3 or yan ay 0.0075. Tama ba ako? 7.5 tapos 1, 2, 3. O, tama. Tapos, raised to 12 times 0.5. We all know that that is 6. Or kaya naman use your calculator. 12 times 0.5, the answer is 6. And then, minus 1 all over 0.0075. Hindi natin maiiwasan sa calculator yung scientific notation. There's no other way in writing it. Hindi nyo din siya pwedeng i-write na 7.5 times 10 raised to negative 3 kasi mas lalo kayong malilito. So, scientific notation lang yun kung paano ko nakuha yung 0.075 na halimbawa 7.5 siya, 'di ba? Times 10 raised to negative 3 or paano mo i-rewrite tong scientific notation na to? I-move mo daw yung decimal places 3 three decimal places na papunta sa left. Bakit papunta sa left? Kasi it's negative. Pagka positive, papunta sa right. So, dahil negative, edi 1, 2, 3. Kaya ako nakuha yung 0.075. Inulit ko lang just in case may hindi nakakaalala ng scientific notation. Kasi yan ay grade 7 pa ata, tinuturo na yung scientific notation. Na malamang, sa malamang, nakalimutan na natin. Kinalimutan nyo na. Buti pa yun, nakalimutan yung jowa, hindi, char. Yung ex, hindi, char. So, yun. Going back to the computation, next is you simplify this term, or pwedeng yung nasa numerator kasi kaya nyo na yung i-solve sa calculator, or kaya nyo na siyang ilagay sa calculator na you just copy it the way it is written here na 1 plus 0.0075 close raised to 6, tapos baba nyo ulit yung cursor minus 1. Tapos, ayan na, may sagot na kayo. So, is equal to 3,000. Tapos, you just get 2 decimal places doon sa numerator, which is 0.05. Tapos, copy kayo ng 0.075. Then, all you have to do is divide 0.05 by 0.0075. And then, we'll have the answer as 6.67. So, we'll have 3,000 multiplied by 6.67. Edi, 3,000 times 6.67, the answer is 20,010. 20 tama ba ako? 20,010. Ngayon, ma'am, hindi siya equal dun sa nakuha natin previously. Ang una nating nakuha dun sa direct computation is 18,340.89. Okay lang yon, wala namang problema. Kasi nga, ma'am, bakit nag-iba? Nag-iba siya because of the rounding off. 'Di ba? Nag-round off tayo for this part. 'Di ba mahaba to? Itong part na to. Meron siyang 0.04 blah 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 and so on and so forth. Ay hindi naman natin kinonsider yung ng decimal places. We just rounded it off. Same with 6.67 na hindi natin ginamit yung 6.6666 and so on and so forth. So, nag-round off lang tayo. So, dahil dun sa pag-round off natin, naiiba yung values niya. So, okay lang yon. Kasi, bakit siya okay? Kasi, mathematically accepted naman yung rounding off. And tatandaan nyo, if we deal with decimals, we deal with fractions, may cases talaga na approximate lang yung value na nakukuha natin because nga of the system of rounding off, which is totally fine. Ang hindi ko lang matatanggap is if ang nilagay nyo 20,010 na answer, pero ganito lang yung solution nyo. Now, for example, this is your solution, tas nilagay nyo dyan 20,010. Tas wala ito. Yan lang yung naging sagot nyo. Mamalian ko to. Bakit ko mamalian yan? Kasi nga po, yung 20,010, it's not the answer if you will just do the direct solution. Kasi parang you're telling me, lagi nyo tatandaan dito sa problem solving, hindi nakakapagsalita yung papel nyo. So, ang gagawin nyo, kailangan yung papel ninyo, based dun sa mga written solutions ninyo, maiintindihan ko kung paano nyo nakuha yung answer. Nakagaya nito, if you will just put this one as your solution, then you will just write your final answer. Ang iisipin ko dito, ibig sabihin, you just do the direct computation. Na ito yung naisulat nyo sa calculator ninyo, na pagka ito yung sinulat ko sa calcu, nagpindot ako ng equal sign, kailangan kung ano yung sagot nyo, yun din yung makikita ko sa calculator. Kasi if not, mamalian ko talaga kayo. Now, for example, yun nga, 20,010 yung nilagay ninyo. Eh, hindi naman kayo nag-direct computation. Di ba step-by-step solution kayo? Ito yung solution ninyo. Ito yung tamang solution for the answer na 20,010. So, dapat, itong solution na to, yung makikita ko for the answer na 20,010. Pero kung ang answer nyo ay 18,340.89, dapat ito lang yung makikita kong solution. Parang, ang mangyayari, the paper speaks for itself. Na, ito yung answer kasi ito yung solution. Parang ganun. Or ito yung solution, kaya naging ganito yung answer. So, dapat ganun po yung gagawin ninyo. So, if ever your answer is 18,340.89, your answer is correct provided that this is your solution. Ngayon, if your answer naman is 20,010, it is also correct provided that this is your solution. Ito yung makikita ko sa solution ninyo. Kung ano yung mga values na nilalagay ninyo sa calculator ninyo, yun din yung makikita ko sa written solution. Kasi pag nag-check naman kayo, pag nag-check ako, hindi ko naman kayo tinatawagan na paano nyo to sinolve, ano ginawa ninyong step by step, ano yung mga numbers na kinonsider nyo. Walang ganon, 'di ba? Hindi ko kayo makakausap. So, dapat yung solution ninyo, it speaks for yourself. Na, ma'am, ito po yung ginawa ko, kaya ito yung dapat kong makikita sa solution ninyo. Na for example, ang ginawa ninyo from here, dinirect nyo na, okay lang, walang problema. Kung ito yung ginamit ko, ito yung sinulat nyo sa calculator ninyo, okay lang, walang problema. Pwede na kayong maglagay ng answer dito agad. Pero kung hindi pa ito, yung ginamit ninyo directly sa calculator ninyo, nag-round off pa kayo kagaya nung ginawa ko, ay dapat po, makikita ko sa flow of computation nyo yung proper na solution. Kung paano nyo siya sinolve, dapat ganun nyo din siya sinusulat. Okay po? So, ganun lang. Walang mas may tama doon sa 20,010 tsaka sa 8,340. Pareho yun tama, provided na meron kayong solution for that too. Okay po? Ma'am, pareho ba namin gagawin yan? Hindi. You just choose one. Kung saan kayo mas comfortable, edi dun tayo. Okay lang naman yun sa akin. Huwag kayong mag-alala, nagko-consider naman ako just in case na iiba yung solution ninyo. So, okay lang po yun.